White Men Who Love Black Women, Part 2. Now, let's dive into the heart of today's video as we introduce 15 incredible men who have found love in the arms of black women. These men come from diverse backgrounds and industries, each bringing a unique story of admiration and connection. From Hollywood stars to legendary athletes, their relationships highlight how love transcends race, showing us that true connection is rooted in respect and mutual understanding. Get ready to discover the powerful love stories that have not only changed their lives but also reshaped how we view relationships across cultures. Phil Collen and Helen L. Simmons. Phil Collen, the legendary guitarist of the iconic rock band Def Leppard, is no stranger to high-profile relationships. But his 2010 marriage to fashion designer Helen L. Simmons stands out as a surprising and transformative chapter in his life. Collen, known for his rock and roll lifestyle and electrifying stage presence, shocked many when he wed Helen, an African-American woman who worked behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. The couple met through mutual friends, and their bond grew over time as they discovered shared passions for creativity and adventure. While Collen's rock star persona and Helen's fashion expertise seemed worlds apart, their love story blossomed from a deep mutual respect and connection. Helen brought balance and stability into Collen's fast-paced life, offering a grounding force that complemented his chaotic world of fame and fortune. Their marriage symbolized a shift for Collen, who had navigated the ups and downs of celebrity for decades. The couple's relationship is a powerful example of how love transcends boundaries, even in a world as unpredictable and unconventional as rock and roll. In an industry where interracial relationships were once rare, their union became a beacon of progress and change. It reminds us that love knows no color or background, and that even in the most unconventional environments, deep connections can flourish. What are your thoughts on interracial relationships? Do you believe love can truly bridge all divides? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories of love, talent, and breaking barriers. Adam Housley and Tamara Mowry. Tamara Mowry's marriage to journalist and former professional baseball player Adam Housley in 2011 was one of the most talked-about celebrity unions of its time. As an interracial couple in the public eye, their relationship drew both praise and criticism, particularly from social media users who struggled to accept their love due to racial prejudices. Despite the noise, Tamara and Adam stood firm, proving that their bond was built on trust, respect, and a profound understanding of one another. Their journey as a married couple has not been without its challenges, especially as Tamara often found herself publicly defending their marriage. She once expressed, "It's heartbreaking because my husband and I truly love each other. We met, we fell in love, we had a beautiful dating journey, and we got married. The color of our skin doesn't matter." Their love story entered a new chapter with the birth of their first child, a son named Aiden, in 2012. Later, they expanded their family with the arrival of their daughter, Aria, in 2015. Tamara's openness about the challenges they've faced as an interracial couple has inspired many to look beyond the surface and focus on what truly matters in a relationship: love and companionship. The Mowry-Housley union continues to stand as a testament to the strength of love, showing that genuine connections can transcend societal barriers and prejudices. Through their journey, Tamara and Adam remind us that at the heart of every lasting relationship, it's the bond of trust and shared values that matter most. Frank Sinatra, Dorothy Dandridge, and Eartha Kitt. Frank Sinatra, a name synonymous with timeless music and charisma, was not just an iconic crooner, he was a trailblazer who broke down societal barriers, including racial ones. In the 1950s, rumors began to swirl about Sinatra's romantic involvement with two of Hollywood's most captivating black women, Dorothy Dandridge and Eartha Kitt. Dorothy Dandridge, an Oscar-nominated actress and singer, was one of the first black women to gain mainstream success in Hollywood. Sinatra and Dandridge's rumored relationship, though brief, was marked by a deep admiration for each other's talents and spirits. At a time when interracial relationships were a taboo subject, especially involving public figures, the couple kept their connection private, likely due to the professional risks they both faced. In an era when romance across racial lines was often met with scorn, Sinatra and Dandridge navigated their bond with caution, understanding the potential damage to their careers. Similarly, Sinatra was rumored to have had a romantic involvement with Eartha Kitt, a sultry singer and actress. However, given the racial climate of the time, their relationship also remained under wraps. Sinatra's progressive stance on race was groundbreaking for his era. He was a vocal advocate for equality, famously declaring, "A friend to me has no race, no class, and no minority. My friendships are based on admiration, respect, and shared feelings. These are eternal values that cannot be categorized." Sinatra's relationships with both Dandridge and Kitt weren't just fleeting affairs, they were quiet yet powerful statements of love transcending racial boundaries. In a world where prejudice was rampant, Sinatra's romantic entanglements with these remarkable women symbolized a bold defiance of the racial norms of the time, asserting that love knows no color. Wolfgang Puck and Jelala Assefa. Wolfgang Puck, a culinary genius renowned for his groundbreaking fusion of flavors, has earned his place among the world's most celebrated chefs. However, his life beyond the kitchen is equally rich and fulfilling. In 2007, Wolfgang married Jelala Assefa, an Ethiopian-born fashion designer, marking the beginning of a partnership that blends love, creativity, and shared values. The two met at an event, and their connection was immediate. While Wolfgang's star shines brightly in the culinary world, Jelala has carved out her own successful career in fashion design, establishing herself as a prominent figure in the industry. By the time they married, Wolfgang and Jelala were already parents to two sons, Oliver, born in 2005, and Alexander, born in 2006. Wolfgang, who had children from a previous marriage, found in Jelala a relationship that brought balance and wholeness to his life. Together, they have built a dynamic and thriving family centered around creativity, mutual respect, and a shared love for giving back to the community. Jelala has been a driving force behind Wolfgang's philanthropic endeavors, helping to raise millions for various charitable causes while maintaining her own flourishing career. Their marriage is a blend of timeless romance and modern partnership, and they continue to support each other in both their personal lives and professional pursuits. Wolfgang and Jelala's relationship exemplifies the strength that can come from unity and shared purpose. It is clear that their bond goes beyond love. It is a powerful partnership, built on mutual admiration, respect, and a deep commitment to each other and their family. Together, they have created not only a successful family but also a lasting legacy of love, support, and charitable contribution. Tom Jones and Mary Wilson. The love story between Tom Jones and Mary Wilson feels like a classic 1960s love song, brief, passionate, and unforgettable. Tom Jones, the charming Welsh crooner with a deep, rich voice and hits like It's Not Unusual and What's New Pussycat, had already become a global sensation by the mid-1960s. Meanwhile, Mary Wilson was captivating the world as a founding member of the Supremes, Motown's iconic female group, known for timeless songs like Baby Love and Stop. In the Name of Love. Their paths crossed when both were at the height of their careers, yet despite their demanding schedules, they made time to form a deep and meaningful connection. Their relationship was not merely one of physical attraction. Tom was drawn to Mary's undeniable charm, grace, and talent, while Mary admired the way Tom commanded the stage with his magnetic presence. Unfortunately, their romance unfolded during a time when interracial relationships were still far from widely accepted, and the couple had to keep their love affair secret. Even though they kept it under wraps, their time together was filled with excitement and passion. In her autobiography, Dream Girl, My Life as a Supreme, Mary reflects on their relationship, describing it as intense and unforgettable. Though their romance eventually ended due to their hectic careers, it left a lasting impression on both stars. Tom Jones has since spoken fondly of Mary, often praising her beauty and talent in interviews. Their brief but powerful love story remains one of the most captivating tales of the 1960s music scene, a testament to their chemistry and the bond they shared despite the challenges of the time. Robert De Niro and Grace Hightower. Robert De Niro, one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, is known not just for his legendary career but also for his deeply personal relationships, particularly with Grace Hightower. Grace, an actress and philanthropist of African-American descent, entered De Niro's life in the 1980s when she was working at a restaurant in London. Their bond grew over the years, and after dating for a while, they married in 1997. Their marriage was a journey marked by highs and lows, beginning with the birth of their son, Elliot, in 1998. However, shortly after, they faced significant challenges that led them to file for divorce in 1999. Despite this setback, their connection remained strong, and they reconciled, renewing their vows in 2004 in a ceremony attended by close friends, including Hollywood elites like Meryl Streep and Ben Stiller. Their family expanded in 2011 when they welcomed a daughter, Helen Grace, through a surrogate. Though their relationship endured numerous trials, including a final separation in 2018, Robert De Niro has always emphasized the importance of family. He frequently mentions that nothing is more important than being present for his children. Grace, too, has spoken about the joys and challenges of motherhood, emphasizing that love, patience, and support are the pillars of raising children, regardless of the hurdles within marriage. Before his relationship with Grace, De Niro had been married to another African-American actress, Diane Abbott. Their marriage in 1976 produced a son, Raphael, before their divorce in 1988. De Niro's relationships with women of African descent have been an essential part of his personal journey, demonstrating that love transcends race. Joshua Jackson and Jodie Turner-Smith. Joshua Jackson, best known for his roles in Dawson's Creek and The Affair, captured public attention in 2018 when he began dating British actress Jodie Turner-Smith, who gained recognition for her role in Queen and Slim. Their relationship quickly deepened, and by 2019, they were married, becoming one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. In April 2020, they welcomed their daughter, Juno, symbolizing a modern, loving family dynamic. However, despite their seemingly perfect relationship, they faced significant challenges, particularly due to the public scrutiny that comes with being an interracial couple in the spotlight. Their relationship frequently became a topic of discussion, with some fans admiring their love, while others questioned it. Jodie, especially, encountered backlash on social media from individuals unhappy with their union. Nevertheless, both Joshua and Jodie remained steadfast in defending their relationship and family. Jodie, in particular, was vocal about the criticism they faced, firmly stating that love should never be judged by skin color. In 2023, after several years together, Jodie Turner-Smith filed for divorce. While the specifics of their split were kept private, their time together served as a poignant reminder of both the beauty and complexity of modern interracial relationships. Their story highlighted the strength of their bond, showing that love, when built on mutual respect and understanding, can overcome societal pressures and prejudices. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. When Prince Harry fell in love with Meghan Markle, it wasn't just another royal love story, it became a modern tale watched by the world. Meghan, an African-American actress, brought a fresh perspective to the British royal family, but her presence also sparked a whirlwind of controversy. Their relationship became the focal point of discussions about race, class, and the monarchy's role in the world today. From the start, Meghan faced intense scrutiny, particularly from the British tabloid press. Her mixed-race background became a focal point for the media, with much of the coverage carrying racial undertones. Yet, Harry was determined not to let history repeat itself. Having witnessed the way the media treated his mother, Princess Diana, he fiercely defended Meghan and made it clear that he would not accept the same treatment. Their love story was never without challenges. The opposition from the media and within the royal family was fierce, but despite the difficulties, Harry and Meghan pressed on, determined to live life on their own terms. Their decision to step down from royal duties and move to America was a bold move that sent shockwaves through the monarchy. However, for Harry and Meghan, it wasn't just about escaping royal pressure, it was about protecting their family. Together, they continued to face public judgment, but their bond remained unshaken. Through it all, their relationship stood as a testament to the power of love, commitment, and standing by one another in the face of adversity. Their love story was more than a royal fairy tale, it was a narrative of resilience, defiance, and finding one's own path in a world full of expectations. Errol Flynn and Eartha Kitt. During Hollywood's golden age, few embodied the spirit of adventure quite like Errol Flynn. Known for his daring roles in adventure films and his real-life reputation for scandalous behavior, Flynn was the type of actor who lived life on the edge. But perhaps one of the boldest things he ever did wasn't on screen, but rather in his brief but intense relationship with Eartha Kitt. Their romance, which began in the early 1950s, occurred at a time when interracial relationships were met with skepticism and often open hostility. For Errol, who was no stranger to controversy, dating Eartha only fueled the flames of public scrutiny. Meanwhile, Eartha, with much more at stake, faced even greater challenges. Their passionate affair, although electrifying, wasn't built to survive in such a harsh environment. Eartha later described Flynn as a wild and exhilarating lover, someone who brought excitement and intensity to her life. Yet, the reality of racial division made everything difficult. Society not only rejected their love but was also openly hostile. Flynn, with his rebellious attitude, didn't face the same level of opposition as Eartha. For him, their relationship was just another thrilling chapter in his adventurous life. For Eartha, however, it was a complex and risky chapter, one that threatened her career and reputation. Looking back, she remembered the joy they shared, but also acknowledged the challenges of being in a relationship with someone like Flynn during such a racially charged time. Errol had an incredible charm, she once said, but the world around us wasn't ready for a relationship like ours. Every move we made was watched and judged. It was exciting, yes, but also exhausting. John Barry Ryan III and Eartha Kitt. John Barry Ryan III was born into wealth and privilege, the heir of a family deeply entrenched in banking and maritime industries. His life seemed destined for the traditional paths laid out by his prestigious lineage, with the world expecting him to play the role of a polished heir to high society. But John wasn't content to live a conventional life. When he met Eartha Kitt, the captivating performer with an irresistibly sultry voice, he found something worth defying societal expectations for. Eartha was more than just a star, she was the voice behind iconic hits like Say Si Bon and Santa Baby, known not only for her undeniable talent but also for her magnetic presence and charm. Their relationship, which blossomed in the 1950s, ignited at a time when interracial love was not just rare but controversial. Eartha, a black woman navigating the entertainment industry, had already faced countless challenges, but dating John brought with it an entirely new level of scrutiny. As a wealthy, white man from the upper echelons of society, John was expected to marry within his class, not defy racial boundaries. Their love was met with judgment and disapproval at every turn. Their every public appearance was followed by whispers and stares, but this only made their bond stronger. Eartha felt the weight of societal expectations more acutely than John, who had already been accustomed to living in the spotlight. The pressure took its toll, not just on their relationship but also on Eartha's career. Eventually, the strain became too much, and their relationship ended. However, the connection they shared left a lasting impression on both of them. Years later, Eartha reflected on their time together, often mentioning how John was one of the few people who truly saw her beyond the public persona. She spoke of the resilience and strength that came from their love, acknowledging that their relationship wasn't rejected for who they were but for what society couldn't accept, an interracial couple daring to love in a world unprepared for them. Richard Loving and Mildred Jeter. One of the most iconic interracial couples in American history is Richard Loving and Mildred Jeter. Their love story is not only significant, it changed American law. Richard was a white man from Central Point, Virginia, while Mildred was a black woman of African American and Native American descent. In 1958, they traveled to Washington, D.C. to marry, knowing full well that Virginia had laws prohibiting interracial marriages under its anti-miscegenation statutes. Shortly after their wedding, the couple returned to Virginia, where they were arrested just a month later and charged with violating the state's laws. They pleaded guilty, and the court sentenced them to a year in prison. However, the sentence was suspended on the condition that they leave Virginia and not return for 25 years. Forced to leave their home, Richard and Mildred moved to Washington, D.C., but they always longed to return to Virginia. Mildred's frustration led her to write a letter to then Attorney General Robert Kennedy, who helped connect her with the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. The ACLU took on their case, leading to the landmark 1967 Supreme Court decision in Loving v. Virginia. The ruling struck down all state laws banning interracial marriage, declaring them unconstitutional. Richard, a quiet man, simply told his lawyer, "Tell the court I love my wife, and it's not right that we can't live together in Virginia." Their victory was not only personal, it paved the way for future generations to marry whomever they loved, regardless of race. Mildred later reflected on the case's significance, expressing pride that their love story helped secure equality for many others. Matt Stone and Angela Howard. If you are familiar with the edgy humor of South Park, you may know that Matt Stone is one of the creators behind the animated series. However, beyond the satire and dark humor that has made the show a cultural phenomenon, Matt's personal life reveals a more authentic and profound side. In 2008, Matt Stone married Angela Howard, a black woman known for her sharp intellect and grounded personality. Together, they created a peaceful and happy life, raising 2 children while keeping most of their family life out of the public eye. Their relationship is far from the typical Hollywood romance under the bright lights. Instead, it's a story of a couple who have chosen to focus on what truly matters to them, family. As an interracial couple, they could not escape public attention and scrutiny. Despite Matt's desire to keep his personal life private, fans and media have often speculated about their relationship. Yet, the couple remained unaffected, choosing to prioritize their bond over any external noise. What makes their relationship even more intriguing is how they've navigated fame. Matt's work with South Park has certainly placed him in the public eye, but Angela has never sought the spotlight. In interviews, Matt speaks highly of Angela's support for his career, but both have managed to keep their private lives away from tabloid gossip, unlike many other famous couples. Angela's strong sense of self and Matt's deep love for her have allowed them to weather any scrutiny. Even in the face of subtle comments and curiosity surrounding their interracial marriage, they have built a life filled with love, laughter, and occasionally, a South Park joke. David Bowie and Iman. David Bowie, the legendary British rock star, found his most profound transformation not on stage, but in the realm of love. In 1992, he married Somali supermodel Iman, and together they became one of the most glamorous and enduring couples in the entertainment world. While Bowie was celebrated for his eccentricity and boundary-pushing persona, he discovered something truly authentic in his relationship with Iman. Their love story defied all expectations. Bowie, the rock icon, and Iman, a statuesque model straight out of a fashion magazine, shared more than just fame or beauty. They built a deep connection that transcended the surface. Bowie often referred to Iman as his muse, the woman who inspired much of his creativity. Despite their celebrity status and wealth, their relationship faced unique challenges, particularly as an interracial couple in a world that often saw them as different. Iman, who had already blazed her own trail in the fashion world, spoke about the unique pressures of being a black woman married to a white man. The constant media attention and public scrutiny often analyzed their relationship through the lens of race. But for Bowie, that didn't matter. His love for Iman was pure and unwavering, and he cared little for the opinions of others. In interviews, Iman shared that Bowie's love for her was not defined by race or status. It was about 2 people truly seeing each other for who they were. They created a life built on mutual respect, supporting each other through life's ups and downs. For them, love was the only thing that mattered, and for decades, they proved to the world that true connection goes beyond appearances or public opinion. Marlon Brando and Dorothy Dandridge. Marlon Brando, the iconic actor known for his legendary roles in The Godfather and A Streetcar Named Desire, was not only a master of his craft but also a man who constantly challenged societal norms, both in his career and his personal life. One of the most striking examples of his defiance came through his relationship with Dorothy Dandridge, a trailblazing actress renowned for her unforgettable performance in Carmen Jones. Dandridge broke barriers as a black woman in Hollywood, a feat few could achieve during her time. She became the first African-American woman nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress, although many believed her loss was a result of the racial prejudice of the era. The connection between Brando and Dandridge was undeniable. Their love story began in the 1950s, a time when interracial relationships were still widely frowned upon. Despite facing societal backlash, Brando and Dandridge maintained their closeness, keeping their romance out of the public eye to avoid unnecessary scrutiny. They were acutely aware of the controversy their relationship could stir, and wisely chose to protect it. Dorothy once reflected on their bond, saying that Marlon truly understood her in a way few men ever could. For her, time spent with him was a refuge from the harshness of the world. Brando was outspoken about racial injustice, never considering skin color a barrier in relationships. He candidly spoke out against the capitalist system and its role in perpetuating racial divides, stating that in Hollywood, the only color that truly mattered was the green of money. His bold stance and the love he shared with Dorothy Dandridge demonstrated that their bond transcended societal expectations, setting a powerful example of love and defiance in a racially segregated world. George Lucas and Melody Hobson. When George Lucas, the mastermind behind Star Wars, married Melody Hobson in 2013, it was more than just a union of two successful individuals. It was a celebration of love that transcended racial and generational boundaries. Melody, a renowned businesswoman and the president of Ariel Investments, came from a world far removed from Hollywood and Lucas's cinematic empire. Yet, together, they formed a power couple that embodied mutual respect, success, and deep affection for one another. Their relationship has been widely admired, though, as with many interracial couples, they too faced whispers of disapproval from some corners of society. Despite this, their love story is one of unity. They welcomed their daughter Everest in 2013 through a surrogate, marking a new chapter in George Lucas's life as a father. George already had 3 children from previous relationships: Amanda, born in 1981 with his first wife Marcia Lou Griffin, and 2 children, Katie and Jet, whom he adopted on his own. Lucas's marriage to Hobson represents a second chance at love, a rare and beautiful bond formed later in life. Together, they have balanced their public careers with private family life, managing to keep a relatively low profile while still making significant contributions to charity and business. Their union demonstrates that love and success are not confined by the conventional constraints of race or age, proving that sometimes, the best things come later in life. Their story is not just about professional achievement, but about finding joy and fulfillment in one another, a testament to the enduring power of love. Roger Ebert and Chaz Hamilsmith. Legendary film critic Roger Ebert, renowned for his sharp reviews and deep passion for cinema, found a different kind of joy later in life: love. In 1992, at the age of 50, he married lawyer Chaz Hamilsmith. Their love story wasn't a whirlwind, but rather a slow-burning flame built on respect, profound admiration, and shared interests. Though they had different careers, Roger in the spotlight as a film critic and Chaz as a powerful attorney, they found ways to support each other's passions. Chaz wasn't just Roger's wife, she became his strongest advocate, especially in the later years when Roger battled cancer and lost his ability to speak. Their relationship exemplified companionship. Chaz stood by Roger's side, ensuring that his voice was still heard in the world through his writing and constant presence in the film industry. Their marriage lasted until Roger's death in 2013, and even today, Chaz speaks about their time together with great fondness, describing it as filled with love, learning, and shared victories. Their union proved that love doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes, it's the quiet moments of support and partnership that build a truly remarkable marriage. Roger and Chaz demonstrated that true love doesn't simply endure the challenges of life, but thrives through them. Their story is one of steady devotion, showing that when two people stand together, no challenge is insurmountable, and no love is more enduring. Justin Chambers and Keisha Chambers. When Justin Chambers isn't busy saving lives on Grey's Anatomy, he is devoted to his role as a loving husband and father. Before becoming famous as Dr. Alex Karev, Justin married Keisha Chambers in 1993. Keisha, a former model agency employee, crossed paths with Justin while both were working in the modeling industry, and the connection was instant. Despite his Hollywood career, Justin has always placed his family life as a top priority. Together, they raised 5 children: Isabella, twins Maya and Kyla, Eva, and Jackson. Balancing a successful acting career with fatherhood is no easy feat, but Justin and Keisha seem to have found the formula for success. Their long-lasting marriage is a rarity in Hollywood, where relationships often falter under the weight of fame. Over the years, Justin has spoken of his wife with deep affection, acknowledging her as his rock in a world that can be unpredictable and chaotic. The couple's low-key approach to life and love has allowed them to avoid the spotlight that often strains celebrity relationships. While Justin may be a household name, at home, he is simply a loving husband and dedicated father, proving that true love can thrive even under the bright lights of Hollywood. Their story is one of balance, respect, and devotion, showing that with the right partner, love can flourish both on and off screen. Tony Curtis and Jill. Tony Curtis was one of Hollywood's golden boys in the 1950s and 1960s, with iconic films like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus solidifying his place in cinematic history. Known for his heartthrob looks and undeniable charm, Tony had many romantic entanglements, but one of his lesser-known relationships was with an African-American woman named Jill. The two met in the 1950s, a time when interracial relationships were not only frowned upon but could also be perilous for public figures. Despite societal pressures, Tony and Jill found a connection that transcended the superficial, proving that love can form in the most unlikely of places. However, the challenges of an interracial relationship at that time were immense. Tony, aware of the public's reaction and its potential impact on his career, was forced to keep their relationship under wraps. Although their romance was brief, it left a lasting impression on Tony, who often reflected on the struggles interracial couples faced during that era. He spoke about the societal pressures that made it nearly impossible for their love to flourish openly. Their relationship, though short-lived, serves as a poignant reminder that love, even if it cannot fully bloom in the face of overwhelming odds, still leaves a lasting imprint. It's a testament to the resilience of the human heart, proving that love knows no boundaries, even when societal norms seek to suppress it. Tony's story is one of hidden affection, where a brief but impactful connection against the backdrop of societal intolerance still speaks volumes today. Dirk Nowitzki and Jessica Olsen. Dirk Nowitzki, the NBA superstar, is renowned not only for his extraordinary basketball career with the Dallas Mavericks but also for his loyalty and iconic legacy in the world of sports. Off the court, Dirk made headlines when he married Jessica Olsen in 2012. Jessica, born to a Kenyan mother and a Swedish father, is the sister of famous Swedish footballers Martin and Marcus Olsen. The couple met in 2010, and their love story blossomed quickly. Their union was groundbreaking, especially in the professional sports world, where interracial marriages of high-profile athletes often draw significant media attention. Dirk, a German basketball legend, chose to marry Jessica, a black woman with mixed heritage, signaling a bold step toward normalizing interracial relationships in the public eye. Their marriage challenges outdated viewpoints, demonstrating that love transcends race and culture. Together, Dirk and Jessica built a beautiful family, raising 3 children, Malika, born in 2013, Max in 2015, and Morris in 2016. Dirk's decision to marry Jessica speaks to his value for personality and connection over societal expectations. The couple is often described as down-to-earth and deeply devoted to one another, rarely seeking the spotlight. They show that love is not about meeting external standards, but about personal connection and shared values. Dirk's relationship with Jessica highlights his openness and willingness to embrace love that goes beyond boundaries, a powerful statement in today's world. Their family is a living testament to the strength of their bond, a bond that defies societal norms and showcases how love, when nurtured, can thrive across cultures. As we wrap up today's video, we hope you've enjoyed these powerful and inspiring love stories. They show us that love knows no boundaries and that true connections are formed by respect, understanding, and admiration. Which relationship stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence for more incredible stories like these. Your support helps us bring even more powerful content, celebrating Black excellence and love in all its forms. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to sharing more inspiring stories with you.